Hello, I'm Sanjin. I was top 4 national Sarajevo. I was playing Blue-Eyes Primite, and this is my deck profile. So I was playing 3 Maiden, of course, 3 Sage, 2 Blue-Eyes Brick Dragons. This is probably the biggest brick in the deck. It is biggest brick in the deck, but you have to play it because
Yes,
if you get bestialed on them, then deck is useless. You cannot do anything without them. So that's for the monsters.
Okay, that's the standard
Yeah,
Blue-Eyes.
the standard Blue-Eyes type.
Blue-Eyes
I was
core.
playing 3 Wishes. A lot of people cut this to 2. I tried cutting it to 2, and I realized I really want to see it in the first hand, even though later on in the game it's like useless because you're gonna probably use in the grind game all of the stuff that you can search with it. But if you see 2 of them in the opening hand, you can always throw both of them on the grave because it's also useful on the grave, and a lot of people forget the graveyard effect, and it's really good. And in the later games, if you see that 2 is really bricky, you can side 1 out. 2 is more than enough. It's searchable with True Light. Now from the one-offs, True Light, Majesty, of course, Mausoleum, and Roar. So a lot of people play 2 Roars. I saw the deck profiles, but I think 1 is more than enough. And the best reason why to play this card is to bring back Blue-Eyes from banishment. And also a lot of people forget this card's graveyard effect. So for example, you can banish Roar and fusion summon. That saved me in the Raziel Mitsu game. When I was playing against Raziel Mitsu, my Tyrant got bounced back with Typhon. So next turn I went Roar, fusion summon Tyrant back, and I OTK'd him. And this is probably one of the best cards in the deck, actually. And I don't mind playing it too, but I think 1 is more than enough because it's searchable through True Light and through Wishes. You don't need it. This is also one of. This is one of. You don't want to see these 4 in the first hand. And the Blue-Eyes. That's the 6th card that you don't want to see.
But you have to play them.
But you have to play them, yeah. So that's from the Blue-Eyes. So for the Primite Tension, we have 3 Beryl, of course. You cannot function without 3 of them. You can play also 1 Neo Kaiser, but I don't really like it, even though it's a good starter and extender. But I like this build that I tried, and it got me to top 4. There is 3 Beryl, 3 Lordi.
The consistency.
Yeah, the consistency, and you can also side this out in the game 2 or 3 if you think that it's too much and you see it too much. There was few games that I sided it out, and I didn't miss it at all, but maybe I'm wrong. And this is actually super scary because I see a lot of people playing Drill Beam on 1, but I decided to play it on 2. That was like last minute change because that's shout out to my friend Bojan from Banja Luka, because he gave me advice to play 2, because he told me like when you have 1 and you reset it, you cannot use it, but when you have the second one in the hand, you can always use it and you can just swap them over and over again, and it's like the best board breaker in the game. Like, just negate the effect and banish. It can help you a lot. I would even try down on 3, but I think 2 was perfect measurement. These 8 cards, perfect measurement for Primite Tension. And I would probably leave it like this. 2 was perfect. Like, one game I was playing against 60 card deck, and the guy was playing Tempai, and this saved me in time because I banished Fadra and I attacked him for the time. So I won the game because of this Drill Beam, the second one in my hand.
Nobody's expecting the second.
Yeah,
Drill Beam.
because everybody, they asked me multiple times, is it once per turn? And I was like, yeah, I can reset it, but I cannot flip it over the same turn because it's quick play. But they didn't expect me having the second one in the hand, and that's what saved me multiple times. And you can also reveal 1 Drill Beam from another one, and a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, so you need a Primite card, not a monster.
You don't need Primate Monster. If you control it, it's cool, but sometimes I would just set this and flip it and reveal the other Drill Beam in my hand, and it was pretty good.
Nice.
Now for the hand traps. I was maining 3 draws. Like 3 draws, you must main it in this format because of Mitsurugi's, Raziel's. Even Malice, it hit them really hard sometimes. It depends how they start, but it can hit them. And I really like 3 draws. I wouldn't side it out. Like, this is perfect. 3 Ash, of course. Ash is a little bit weaker in this format, but I think it's still pretty good if you know where to hit it. Like, especially against Malice when he banishes White Binder. just hit it with the Ash and he can scoop. So 3 Fuva main deck. You don't care if you play first or second, you always want to see it because you can also discard it for wishes if you're playing first. The second, like nobody's gonna give you 10 draws if he's normal. And this is the thing that a lot of people like don't agree with me, but I think 1 Whaler is really enough. I tried it on 2, I tried it on 3, and I realized 1 is perfect measurement because it's always searchable, and mostly I use it as a 1-card combo to go to Spirit of Eyes of Blue, tag him out, bring back Blue-Eyes, or bring Blue-Eyes normal summon that's going to Spirit. So I think 1 is more than enough and I wouldn't change it. This was also a last minute change. Like I was playing 2 Wishes, 3 Whalers for some reason, and my friend suggested me, and I tried this build and it really worked out good. 1 Magnemite, like you will see later why a lot of people avoid him, but I think this is also good for the Seals target, or when you play against Fiendsmith you can just banish his monster out or something like that. You can use it, it's really useful, and it came out with Maiden one time, and I'm gonna show you the combo. I played 3 Dominus Purge. This is the reason why a lot of people avoid to play Magnemite, but I think you should, even though it locks you out of the Magnemite. Like it's 1-off in the deck, what is the chance to pull both of them? And these 2 are gonna like battle more than Magnemite and Purge. Like Ash and Purge are the biggest weakness in this deck, if you ask me, because if you throw Purge and you draw Ash, it's that card in that game. But these 2, I never saw them like hit each other, so it's really good.
Okay.
And for the last hand trap, it's 3 Imperm, like basic stuff.
Okay.
So these. And last but not least, the 3 of, like, this was Prosp, but I decided to change it out for Crossout, and it turned out great because extra deck is really, really important for this deck and you don't want to lose it. And whenever I played Prosp, I would banish 3 to bait out Ash for some reason. And I just think this was better because these 2.
And you have a lot of hand traps already playing,
Yeah,
so whatever he throws out, you'll probably have it in the deck.
Yeah, probably like draw, Ash, Imperm. Mirror Match, I crossed out the Maiden. Like I was playing 1 Mirror Match and it helped me out. I crossed out Maiden because I had to pass because I was bricked. But that's the reason why I won that game. Call by is always good, like in every deck. And talents, I would prefer these 3, but it's on 1 now, and I think it's still good. When I see it, I probably am gonna use it because a lot of decks now use monster effects. There was even a game where I took like my opponent's detonator because I baited out all of his materials, so that was pretty funny. And I just placed Typhon onto detonator and he lost his detonator, so it was a really funny game.
Okay.
Now for the extra deck. So I made last minute change and I'm gonna show you what it is. I'm playing Lina for the mirror match because I can take opponent's Maiden and place True Light with it, and I think it's really good, like in this deck, but you don't see it that often. Instead of maybe in Fiendsmiths, but probably the most useful thing about it is in mirror matches. 1 Seals. A lot of people say you should play 2. I think 1 was more than enough, and whenever I made it, that game I already have won, but 2 Spirits, 2 is enough, like perfect measurement. Now for the synchros, 1 big guy, Big Papa, and I think 1 is more than enough. 2 Spirits, some people play 3, some people play 2. I decided to play 2 and it was really good. The last minute swap in the extra deck was Cipher Divine line and Cosmic Blazer line. I was playing it and I realized whenever I go against Malice or somebody that plays Dominus Impulse, I lose a lot of my engine and it's just win more card, and if I resolve it, I resolve it. So I think it's not worth it. This was also last minute swap, Azrise. Like a lot of people didn't play it before, but now after the ban list, it's really, really good because this card alone outs Ryziels, because it prevents them from targeting and destroying it with card effects. So basically, if they remove your True Light, it's not gonna pop it. And you have body with 3000 defense and they have to crush over it. One Lightstorm, of course. This was one of the last minute swaps. Instead of SP, I put a Black Rose because in this deck you're mostly gonna be locked into dragons, and SP is like win more card. But this one you can make it with the tag out of Spirit, or you can make it like I did in the 6th round against Raizel Mitsu. He had really big nib. He had nib and something else, and I had Magnumit and Maiden, and I realized I can crush him over with this. I just synchro summoned this card and bounced back and pushed for game, and it was really helpful. And this is probably the MVP of the day. Like, this is the new card in the ALIN set, and I think it was perfect. So basically, like, people didn't know that this card can attack from defense, and they had to read it multiple times. Because I go into battle phase with Blue-Eyes and Spirit like this, attack, and they think, okay, I'm alive, and I go Spirit tag out into him, and attack for game because his defense counts in the damage step, and they're like, how can you do that? And I'm like, read the card, and that saved me a lot of games.
Spirit Dragon Toolbox.
Yeah, basically package, and it's really good. It was really helpful, and I think this is probably the best card in my extra deck. It saved me so much games when I had to push for OTKs. These two, like, you have to play Vicious or Fusion Summon Tyrant. Tyrant is the MVP also. It's board breaks. It has 3400 attack, and sometimes I use Mausoleum to boost him to 4200 and just crush his board. And I'm playing Solemn Judgments in the side deck, and there was a time that I reset the judgment and people were reading the card, can I really do that? And I was like, yeah, you can. This is for Ultimate Slayer in my side deck, and this is also the thing that I liked. Like, I was thinking, should I put it there? And I was like, I miss him sometimes because of Aggregator, why not play both of them? This is Ultimate Slayer, I can always cut it down, but this is perfect. Like, when I got harpied one time, like, because I was playing against Raizel Mitsu and he played Castell and Harpy package, like, I just made him and I crushed and he was cooked. But also, this guy saved the day with Raizel Mitsu and Harpies combo, because they didn't know his effect is not activated effect. And they thought, like, if you make him, he can attack one time. And I was like, no, that effect doesn't activate. He can attack multiple times. So I boosted him to 4200 and I attacked all of his monsters for game. That was perfect. So that's the extra deck. Let's go into the site. And there's also Field Center and the token. Perfect. Kaiba token for Blue-Eyes. I had to get it.
Oh yeah, the Kaiba boy.
Kaiba boy. Yugi boy. So for the side deck, 3 Meowls. For Malice matchups, like, perfect card. I saw it 2 times that day, and both times they didn't have Ash and they passed me the turn.
Okay.
3 Lancia, of course, for the Malice. You cannot...
Classic side staple.
You have to play this format, that's it. 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies. It's universal, you can play it against every deck when you're going second to break his board. 3 Ultimate Slayer for Raizel matchups. And for the game 2, when I'm going first, Solemn Judgments. A lot of people are playing Solemn Strike, but I think Solemn Judgment is better because I can use it at all the times and I don't have to pay strictly like amount of the life points. I can pay just half, and it saved me because when my opponent tried to summon Detonator, I Judgment Detonator and he couldn't bring it back, so he knew he was done there, and that's it. So I'm playing 15 card side deck, playing 15 card extra deck, and 43 card main deck.
Nice. Congrats on the result.
Thank you.
Any changes you would do in the deck?
Right now, no. I don't think I would change anything. Like maybe Drill Beam on 3, but I think that's too much. I really liked this build and I think I'm gonna stay on it. So that was perfect measurement and I wouldn't change a single bit.
What were the most difficult matches?
Malice. Like I was eating Raizel Mitsu whole day. Like I ate them. I didn't lose a single game against them. But Malice were so salty games. Like I had to sweat to win it. In the top 8, when we got to knockout phase from the Swiss, I was playing against the guy that like cooked me in the 5th round. He was undefeated in the Swiss, and I saw Lancia the second game. I won that and I kicked him out, but he was really good and difficult opponent. I lost in top 4 because I was playing against Malice again, and the first game I bricked, and there was a grind game, and my opponent top deck. But he's a good opponent. He was a really good player too, and I congrat him on the first place. He was the one that won. And the game 2 he top deck call by and cross out, so I couldn't do a single bit. But he was really good opponent. I congratulated him on first place. And that's it. The Malice matchups were probably the harder than Ryzel Mitsu and Ryzel Fiendsmith matchups, so I think Malice. I would say Malice.
Okay, any final shout outs to anyone?
Shout out to my local group, to my team that went with me, Marin, Mate, Big Sanjin, that organized that nationals. Shout out to my friend Bojan that helped me out with this build, and to his friend Ado that was testing with me. Shout out to whole Bosnia community, and I hope I'm gonna see them again in the bigger tournaments like Berlin or Bologna.
Nice. Thank you for your profile and have a nice day.
Thank you, see ya.